Did you know that it takes 21 days to actually create a habit and 66 for it to actually stick? Yo, if you didn't know that, and when I found that out, I was like, what? That's it? I just gotta do something for 21 days and for 66 for it to stick? Yo, let's go. Peace and blessings, y'all. What is going on? Thank you once again for tapping in with yours truly, the one and only KiMu JTD, and you are now rocking with KiMu, where I'm going to give you the tips and techniques that are going to help you accelerate your life so you can achieve all of your biggest and wildest dreams. And I'm giving all of this information to you based off of my experience. I'm not just reading books and then just giving you information. I'm learning, obtaining knowledge, getting relationships, and I'm actually living the things that I am speaking with you about on this channel. So if that's something that you want to tune into every single time that I drop a video, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell so you can get notified every single time that I drop a video. All right. So now that we got that, let's get into it. So most people in my findings, and this is my personal experience too, the one problem that I have actually seen happen for people is the lack of consistency. And that's just because they have developed not bad habits, but habits that don't benefit them. I'm not really big on using good and bad because that's all relative. Like, good and bad literally is saying pleasurable versus unpleasurable. It really doesn't mean anything. But habits that are going to get you closer to your goals is what we're here to talk about, on how to get away from those habits that aren't going to do anything for you. All right. So one thing that I have discovered, especially within myself, when it comes to creating those habits that are going to get me closer to my goal, is the fact that somewhere along the process, I just kicked the habit to the curb. No matter how constructive it was to get me closer to the goal. Like, for instance, when I was trading binary options and I was teaching people and we were making money, I would go out and just my curiosity would just spark something, just be like, yo, but what about this indicator? Maybe we can do this. Or in my experience of working out, I would work out and then something would happen and then I would just kick it, because now it's just like, well, I already stopped. I might as well not go back to it. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people actually do, is they get a habit or they're developing a habit, and just because they make a mistake, they quit. Just because you make a mistake, you quit. Just because you fell off the horse, you quit. If you know how to ride a bike, I'm pretty sure you fell off the bike. If you know how to walk, I'm pretty sure you fail learning how to walk. Pretty sure you fail learning how to run. And I'm pretty sure you still trip and slip every now and again. But you never quit walking. You never quit the habit of walking. You never quit the habit of running. Let's go ahead and get deeper into this. So, the one thing when it comes to the science of just creating a habit, how the brain works is, the brain is looking for patterns. Like, that's the brain's job, is to find these patterns and allow the body to respond based off of these patterns. If you ever, like, think about it. Whenever you meet somebody, if you have and they become your friend, they have developed they have habits, whether voluntary or involuntary, consciously or subconsciously, that they exploit that actually make you feel good. They're good habits. Maybe that person is trustworthy. Maybe you can count. Maybe you have somebody on your, if you play basketball, you have somebody on your team, you know that they're going to make that 3-point shot. So when it comes time to make that 3-point shot, you pass them the ball, they shoot the 3, and you just start walking down the court. Disrespectfully. You're like, I know that's going in. These habits, the brain has found a pattern. Let's just say, for example, you drive to work. And on your way to work, you found that there is a specific route that consistently, not all the time, but consistently gets you to work and from work much quicker than taking any other route. Like, our brain looks for those patterns. And what happens when you take that road or that route to work every time and from work? Your brain, you don't even have to think about it. Your brain is just going to automatically tell your arms and hands to turn left, turn right, go straight, 3 lights down, make a left. Like, your brain already has that wired for you, for your body to just react involuntarily. And then you might just be like, yo, why did I take this way? Because you created a habit for your brain that's stuck. That's all it is. Even if that pattern has 2 or 3 things going on inside of it, your brain is looking for that pattern. Okay, this is the pattern. This is something for this week. This is something for that week. You allow that pattern to express itself. It creates a habit. Your brain now has created a repetitive action plan for you to move with. That's how habits work. That's how bad habits work. I mean, let's just talk about smoking. Let's just talk about drinking. That's how that works. You created a habit around it. I mean, it's science, baby. It's science. It's science. That's why I love science. That's why I love studying patterns. All right. So let's get into how we can actually start creating these good habits. First and foremost, as with anything, we need to create a goal and or better a vision. If we're not too keen on how to create a vision, 1, I'm going to talk about it in another video. And 2, let's just work with goals. Let's work small. Because we want to do this consciously. We want to be able to tap into consciously creating habits. What's a goal that you have? Maybe that goal is to lose 5 pounds by the end of the month. Maybe the goal is to gain 15 pounds before the end of the summer. Maybe the goal is for you to have a healthier lifestyle. Maybe that, whatever that goal is, let's find a habit. Let's find a habit for that goal. All right, so if you want to gain weight, well, you might need to eat a certain way. If you want to lose weight, you might need to hit the gym a certain amount of times. If you want to have a healthier lifestyle, you may want to start just figuring out what that means and get an idea of what that look like. So maybe having that healthier lifestyle is cutting out junk, is just starting with no more potato chips. No more potato chips. Hey, I remember when I started looking for a healthier lifestyle. And I mean recently, like, I was already vegan, already became plant-based, and I'm still working on having a healthier lifestyle because I know that that's not it. I know that where I was not the end all be all for me having a healthy lifestyle. I'm looking even further on how I can consume fuel that my body can quickly burn, so that way I can continue to go and not eat a whole bunch and then be like, I don't want to do that. I like being able to get things done. I like being able to think consciously and be active in my thought process. So let's find a goal. Number 2, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna start small. Start with something small. Maybe that is, hey, maybe that's just getting up 15 minutes earlier. Or maybe that's only spending, let's just say, an hour on Instagram. You may be consuming 2 hours or 3 hours of Instagram information. Maybe you cut that down to 1. Or maybe TV time. Maybe you can only, instead of watching TV for 3 hours a day, you can cut that down to 2 or 1 or even just 30 minutes. I would never say completely let go of it. Why would I say that? I've been there when I was becoming vegan and when I became raw. And when you just cut stuff out cold turkey, it is possible, but it takes a different level of discipline. And that's because you created a hole, you created a void within your mind that now needs to be filled. And if it doesn't get filled, then guess what? You're going to go back to what's familiar. So that habit, that habit that you don't want anymore has come back. That's the process of creating it. That's the most pivotal process of creating a habit, is understanding that if you don't fill the void with something else, it's going to come back. It's just like a boomerang. You can kick a habit very easy, but you have to make sure that there's something in place. So like, for instance, like when I stopped eating potato chips, I didn't just say, oh, I'm just done eating potato chips. It took a bit of time. Definitely took a bit of time. But the thing is, I put something in its place. Now, I haven't had potato chips in a very long time. I don't even remember what I put in its place. But I know if I get a bag of potato chips right in front of me right now, I'm not going to eat them. I ain't going to eat them. And it's not just based off of principle. It's literally just the fact that my mind literally rejects potato chips at this point, because it's like, yo, I haven't had this in a while. Actually, even cereal. I stopped eating cereal a while ago. And if you ask me, yo, if you said, yo, KiMu, what kind of cereal you want? I'm going to tell you I don't want no cereal. And I like cereal, but I've created a habit of not eating cereal to benefit me for the long run, for my goal. Once again, I keep that goal in mind. So what's that third thing, KiMu? What's that third thing that we're going to talk about in creating constructive habits that are going to get us closer to our goal? Find something that motivates you. And find something that motivates you to get up and get moving. Not that it's going to be something just for now. Like, find your why. But sometimes that why may not be good enough in that moment. For instance, I remember when I was really working towards getting up at 4 a.m. every single day. And I know that I needed to stay up and I wanted to get things done. And a habit that I created just so I can keep myself accountable and keep myself awake when I wanted to go to sleep, I actually would take my phone and I would jot down all of the things that I could do with the time before I actually got to get with my children so they could get to school. I would take my phone, go into the notes, and I would type meditate. I could work out. I could read. I could get their bags ready. I could get my bag ready. I would just go through a list of things that I could do. And that's success right there. Just the fact that you got up, you stayed up, and you did something. You actually accomplished that, and I didn't even realize it. So get up and do something that's going to motivate you. If at some point that goal is just like, it's not getting it right now, that's okay. we can get up, we can say, hey, what can I do? Once again, speaking constructively is going to be a thing. You're going to want to tap into that self-talk and get deeper into that, into your self-talk, so you can move forward and get closer to your goals. Step number 4, keep going whenever you fall off. You didn't fall off. You didn't stop. If you know how to ride a bike, you didn't stop riding a bike because you fell off. You didn't stop walking because you tripped because you fell. You didn't stop running because you tripped and because you fell. You didn't get to this video because you did a whole bunch of tripping and falling. You got to this space and time because you continue to get back up and move forward. So don't start now. If you're along the journey of getting your 21 days in, don't stop and don't start over. If you're trying to kick potato chips on day 10, you have a bag of potato chips, don't discount day 10. Don't do that. And the reason why I'm telling you not to do that, because I used to do that when I was creating my habits. And what that actually does is it makes the process seem a whole lot more grueling than it has to be. Day 10, I ate potato chips. Noted. Guess what? We're going to hop back on the wagon and we're going to keep going. All right, cool. I had a potato chip. I was craving potato chips. Cool. Now I'm going to day 11. No potato chips. Continue to go. Continue to move forward. That's how I kick potato chips. I wasn't sitting here being rigid saying, oh, I had potato chips, gotta start back over. No, because you're looking back and it's like, wow, I just did 9 days without potato chips. I was doing so well. And now guess what? Now I gotta start all over. Who likes starting all over? Who likes the feeling of starting all over? I remember when I used to have to start all over in a video game after I done put in so much work, playing Crash Bandicoot, playing Pokemon or whatever, and I gotta start all over? Like, come on, man. I don't want to start all over. Nobody wants to start all over. So don't start over for yourself. Continue with the process. You can track your days, but that's even grueling in the process itself. Just continue to move forward. Acknowledge the fact that you hopped off the horse, you went back, you did the thing, and now you're just about to hop back on. It's okay. Just stick with it. All right? Stick with it. And this last tip, this tip number 5 is celebrate. Tip number 5 is celebrate. Celebrate the wins, celebrate the losses. Just essentially what I went along with the last tip. Celebrate every single day. Hey, I didn't have potato chips today. Yes. Hey, I didn't have any potato chips this week. Yes. Hey, I worked out 3 times this week. Yes. Hey, I lost 1 pound this week. Yes. And celebrate the losses too. Wow. I had potato chips today. But guess what? I haven't had potato chips in 7 days. Wow. I gained 1 pound today. But over the course of 2 weeks, I lost 3. My net is 2 pounds. I lost 2 pounds. Hey, I'm looking to gain 10 pounds by the end of, in 2 months. Hey, guess what? I gained 2 pounds over the last 3 weeks. Great. 2 pounds closer to my goal. Celebrate the wins and the losses. And do not start over. Those are probably the most pivotal 2 tips that I'm going to give you in regards to creating constructive habits that are congruent with your goal. All right? So, hey, we talked about creating those good habits, what I like to call constructive habits, and they're constructive because they have direction in them. They're getting you closer to your goal. We talked about that today. Thank you for tuning in with your host, yours truly, the one and only KiMu JTD. You have just rocked out with KiMu, and I thank y'all so much. If y'all like this content, please do yourself a favor. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notified every time I drop content just like this one. And if you like the video, go ahead, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. It's okay. Either way, the most important thing I want you to do is go ahead and comment. And because I want to know what y'all liked, what you didn't like. If you liked something, let me know. If you want to know more about something because I touched on it, let me know what that is. And if there's something that you want me to talk about, let me know. All right? So go ahead, get in that comment box and let me know what's going on. Hey, I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm getting out of here. Peace.
On the road to the dollars, on the road as a scholar, so I could join the top fivers. On the road in the trenches, it's a long expedition. It gets hard, make me wanna give up and quit it.